All right, we move on to the final game on the card, flexed to the Sunday night late game. And there's a lot on the line. Winner gets in. Let me move this over here. Los Angeles Chargers, 9-7, 4-3 on the road at Las Vegas Raiders, 9-7, 4-4 at home at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Danny Lopez is right. So show's almost done, but if he doesn't show up tomorrow morning, that's concerning. I agree with that. Okay. Here we go. The Chargers open up at -3. Pinnacle, they're still threes, but you can't get them at 3.5. Heavily juiced for the +3.5 side. The -3.5 at Pinnacle's at +111. That's what they're putting on the board right now. We know that the public's going to be all over the Chargers here. We have 2,975 tickets. 59% of the tickets, 86% of the cash on the Chargers. 63% of tickets, 71% of cash on the over. Chargers come into this. Winner takes all.
Fucking Chad is killing it right now, ripping Jose's steak dinners. Crystal Warren's got a great one. James S. has got a great one. Raising cattle. That is beautiful.
Raising cattle. So
Jose is getting his fingers broken. Owes too many steak dinners in San Antonio from Turnsley. But seriously, I hope he's okay.
Justin Herbert, 22 of 31 for 237 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. AFC starter for the Pro Bowl, 35 touchdowns this season, surpassing Phillip Rivers' 2008 mark of 34. Also became the fastest player to reach 800 career completions, 31 games, 23 years of age, 298 days, the second youngest player in league history to get to 65 touchdown passes. Mike Williams caught 3 passes for 63 yards and a touchdown. Austin Eckler ran 17 times for 58 yards and a touchdown, caught 3 passes for 54 yards. He scored a touchdown in 7 straight games. 7 straight games. B-Ball says, can't wait for this game. Heading to Vegas and repping the Chargers hard. B-Ball, my guy, hung out with him at Santa Anita just on the 26th, just a week ago. Andre Roberts became the first Charger since 2012 to score on a kickoff return. Kaiser White had 11 tackles. Their red zone defense was excellent. They finished with 1 sack, 3 quarterback hits. They snapped a 10-game streak of allowing at least 21 points. They held the Broncos to 81 yards rushing. Center Corey Lindsley came out in the first quarter due to a back injury and did not return. He's listed as questionable this week. Safety Mark Webb Jr. with a knee injury. Linebacker Kyler Fackrell were designated to return from the injured reserve last Wednesday. They will help. Tight end Jared Cook remains on the reserve COVID list, and linebacker Dre Tranquil was inactive last week and is listed as questionable this week. The Raiders coming off a very impressive 23-20 win at Indianapolis keep their playoff hopes alive. If they get in, Derek Carr deserves votes for most valuable player because he's kept this ship sailing and he's been spectacular. His character should never be questioned again. Very, very impressive stuff from him. He was 24-31 for 255 yards, touchdown, 2 interceptions, but that is a career high 14 interceptions on the season. 29th career game-winning drive. Zay Jones caught 8 passes for 120 yards. Hunter Renfrow had 7 catches for 76 yards and a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 16 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown. The defense was strong. They bent but didn't break. Finished with 1 sack, 7 quarterback hits. They still have some issues with COVID. Defensive tackle Kendall Vickers, defensive end Carl Nassib, who's been injured, guard Jordan Simmons, and tight end Darren Waller all on the COVID list. And defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins was inactive last week and is listed as questionable this week. Here we go. This is the big game of the night. And the winner gets in. Take it away, Bebsie. 3-point spread, Chargers Raiders.
Listen, I want. This is going to sound crazy, especially coming from a Niners fan, but given what the Raiders have gone through this year, I want them to win. I want them to win and get in. Carr deserves it. You're right about him deserving. At least he's not going to win it, but he at least deserves a mention in the MVP race. He has held this team together through one of the more tumultuous seasons I can remember. And now they're saying in the chat they found another Raiders DB got a DUI. Like, they need this shit. If this is accurate, then bet the Chargers right now. Like, do we have confirmation on this? It feels like a few people are saying this.
The only thing I was going over was the Dupree fight that he had. Tennessee Titans Dupree, their linebacker. I could look it up though. I could look it up.
Everyone's agreeing on this. So this happened yesterday, a few days ago. Says Burgundy Bets. Oh man, they can't catch a break. My heart wants the Raiders to win. I really do. I think that team's been through so much this year. The Chargers are just a better football team, really. But I'm kind of sick of the Chargers disappointing me. It's year in, year out. I'm like, oh, this is the year where they won't be mediocre to bad. And here they are at 9-7, which is, slightly above mediocre.
And Bogey says Hobbs fell asleep at the wheel. Birdie says the show works because I carry the toughness that Bebsie lacks.
Oh, wow.
Now I have man.
To beat the absolute shit out of Birdie. I'm going to feel bad about it. I am.
Alex Pavone is going to move on the Raiders. He thinks that all of the public is going to be on the Chargers, and he thinks it's another situation where the public loses. That's what Pavone thinks.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Well, week 18 of the NFL season is full of trickery, and after what happened to me 3 years ago, I'm very, very cautious. So I've made very little moves here. Bebsie's made a few moves. I am going to make some moves. I just didn't want to get talked into anything. And it's pretty easy to get talked into spots here. And I didn't want to get, yes, Turnsey, winner goes to the playoffs. So I do believe that the Chargers -3 is not going to be available for long. If you see 3.5s across the board, you should be happy that you're on the Chargers. If this stays at 3 at a pick'em and all of the public is on the Chargers, I would be very concerned. Bebsie, did you want to make the Chargers or Raiders a pick here? And what do you think about this total? This total opening at 48.5 and is already up to 49.5.
Look, we know the Chargers are capable of putting up points, but the Raiders' offense has not been the same since they lost Ruggs. They've had some good games here and there, but he was such an important field stretcher for them that opened up so much more. So they've been able to finally put it together and start putting up some more points, but they haven't been a high octane offense since. So I think I lean under in this one.
Interesting. I'll repeat, my man Chris, we have 3,038 tickets in, 59% of the tickets on the Chargers and 86% of the cash. So big bets coming on the Chargers, then 63% of tickets on the over and 71% of cash on the over. So clearly, Chargers and over is a public spot here. That is your big game at 8:20 p.m. Eastern.